Well, hello everybody and welcome to another little vlog from the Happy Travellers. Well, today has been a little bit quiet. It's been a bit windy, cold, bit horrible really, and we have been sat around doing not much at all. But what news I have for you about batteries. Well, I can't believe how bad the batteries are. I haven't yet checked the date code on them. I just haven't had time to get out there in reasonable weather to check them out. But I can tell you that they were down at about 12 volts or lower when we got up this morning. The lights were still working, things are still working. So, but I know that when you get down to that sort of level, then, you know, the battery's in trouble. I will say yesterday we had masses of sunshine going in, and they did reach up to nearly 13 volts of charge through the solar panels yesterday. So I thought that would be quite good. And we didn't, you know, we don't use very much electricity. We don't have stuff on all the time. We have a little charge going on for the iPhone and the iPads, and not much else. But during the day, you know, they just drop off if there's no direct sunlight on the solar panel, like feeding back in what we're taking out, which is, yeah, I think we're taking out, I think I worked out it was about 2 or 3 amps. So bearing in mind that we've got 180 amp hours of, 190 amp hours of battery. And if you deplete those to 50%, so that's 95 amp hours of battery, and we're taking out maybe 2 or 3 amps an hour, so 2 or 3 amp hours. We should be able to last 10 hours without too much of a problem, you know, because that'd be like 30 amp hours, even at a constant drain of 3 amp hours or 3 amps per hour. It would be, you know, and we're just not doing that. So this morning I borrowed the little 1 kV generator from our friend next door, plugged that in. That boosted the batteries up to, I think it was about 13.8 volts, so really pushed them up, and it was on for about an hour, I suppose. So, you know, really pushing, you know, a kilowatt into the batteries. And, you know, when we unplugged that, it was, you know, it was up over, it was about 13.4, I think, when I unplugged it. So during the day I've had my iPhone on charge, Wendy's had her iPad on charge, and not much else, because we used the generator to actually take the time to plug in other things that we wanted to charge up. So all that was good, but just about 2 or 3 hours later, when we're actually getting about half an amp in on a really cloudy day, we get about half an amp in during today, and it's still down to blooming 12 volts again. It is, you know, these batteries are just not holding a charge. So, you know, whether it's, you know, that they're old batteries, or I'm more inclined to think that they're not the right type of battery. I don't know, I've got to check all this. But it really is, you know, we're gonna just struggle by over the next few days, and then we're gonna be at the Shepton Mallet Motorhome show down at the Barston West Showground. I'm going to have a really good look around for I'm going to look at generators, I'm going to look at solar panels, I'm going to look at batteries, and really try to decide what combination of stuff that I need to make this lifestyle work. Now, I know I've had a lot of feedback from you guys, especially Simon. Thank you. Simon, you've said that your batteries last ages, all day, and it's not a problem. And indeed, when we had the Heimer, which was a brand new motorhome with it was, everything was sort of okay, we were able to last days and days and days off grid without starting the engine up, and sometimes we were parked under blooming trees. So I'm really stuck to know what the actual problem is. I've even been as far as switching off and powering down the whole of the electrical system, leaving it for a few hours, coming back and checking, and even then it's depleted. So it must be the batteries are just losing charge on their own, because nothing else is pulling it out. So it's a bit of a weird thing, but let me just check to see what the battery voltage is right. So I'll just check to see what the battery voltage is right now. And bearing in mind, we've been out for a walk a bit later on in the day, left it for a couple of hours, nothing on. Solar charge coming in. Let me just take you over there and I can show you what that solar charge is. Let's see. So I'm getting even on a cloudy, wet day, we're getting, I don't know if you can see that there, we're getting 0.1 of an amp coming in, and that's sort of 0.6 of an amp on the battery. So we're really not pulling much power out of the batteries at all. So it's a really annoying situation when you just can't work out exactly what it is. I'm feeling like it's the batteries that are at fault. So the current plans are maybe another solar panel connected directly, and the reason I'd want another solar panel connected directly to some brand new batteries is that would bypass the electrical control system, and it would push charge straight into the battery and wouldn't be limited by anything that's going on in that EC500 control system. This current solar panel is limited, well, the current system limits the amount of solar you can push through it to whatever's fitted as standard. I think it's a 100-watt solar panel, which should be perfect, right? Going into a maximum of 100-watt charge controller. I don't know what type of charge controller that is and whether it's optimizing things. I've even taken the starter battery offline, as it were, so I've excluded that from the charging and pushed all of that solar charge into the leisure batteries, and still it's just not enough. Well, it has been in the past. So there you go. That's me a little bit frustrated, really, I think, but we will be at the Shepton Mallet Show, and I'll be looking around and showing you the type of stuff we're looking at, and indeed what we decide. Now, some of you might be saying right now, oh, so you needed a generator. And yeah, that's right, but if there's a problem, that's fine, right? You do what you need. So don't everybody get too excited that I've crumbled against the weight of that pressure to get a generator. I haven't yet, and I've never said I won't. So it's just a question of, it's not a preference. I prefer not to have a petrol driven generator. The smell of petrol, you know, even just topping up the generator today, I spilled petrol over my hands. You know, even after washing, you know, you smell of petrol for like 2 hours. So, you know, it's not great. So, although it's not, I haven't ruled it out, I'm preferring not to rule it in yet. So we'll see. Maybe if I can get a massively good deal at the show, then I might get one. But there you are. That's it for today. The phones are ringing, and we're gonna see you again soon. Bye bye for now.